Well, it's another day at the little house after our wonderful trip to the Biltmore, where it only had 250 rooms. So I'm glad we're not having to deal with that. But anyway, what Jane is in the process of doing is she's taking down what is called hardy-backer board that we temporarily put up, and then we're going to replace all this with brand new drywall. So this is going to be behind the counter. We got some flooring to take care of so that there's not a crawl space for the creatures to go in and out of the crawl space. So we got a lot to do. And then today the plumbers are coming. Yay. And we're going to get them to remove the gas pipe that we no longer need in the kitchen. And they're also going to get us new plumbing for this future sink, and which we're going to have to go and get sometime later on this week the cabinets to go in. So by Friday we're actually going to be tiling. We're not going to tile today because the plumbers are coming and it won't have time to have hardened for us to be able to let people walk on it. So today we got drywall. Later.
Am I taking this one out too or not? Yes.
What I've done now is I've made a level line across, and we know we can't go 4 foot, which is the dimension of our drywall, 4 by 8. So we can't actually go up 4 feet. So we found a point that we're going to go to. Now I'm going to use my handy dandy utility knife and score across so that we can start removing it. I need the remote. What we've done is we took a level and we went across at a level point. The drywall that we're going to be using for gypsum board is actually called is 4 foot, and that put it way up here, so we're not going way up there. So we're going to come across and start removing this part, and then we've got to address this hole down here before we put the drywall up. So that's where we are for right now, and we got to start scoring and removing. Okay, what we've done is we know that we can't go up 4 feet. A piece of drywall or gypsum board is actually its real name. Cannot go up 4 feet to be way up here. So we did a level line down here. So now I've got to score across here with my utility knife, and then we're going to start removing this. So this is going to be a lot of fun because this old drywall is very tough and brittle.
Van is using some of his grandfather's tools from the 1930s to cut through this drywall from the 1940s. He's scored all along the wall here so we can take out this whole piece of sheetrock and put in new sheetrock before the cabinets come out.
I need a black tag.
We have ripped out all the 1947 gypsum board. Now we'll have to address that mess right there. That's the drain pipe. But we had to reinforce that part of the wall and that part of the wall because the structure members were just moving back and forth. Now the next thing we got to address after we go lunch is that hole right there, which is going to be a lot of fun. Just a walk through at the end of the day. We didn't realize that the sun sets a little earlier now. So this is just a mock-up of where, although you can't see it, the stove's going to go and also the dishwasher. So we marked out on the floor where everything's going to go. I managed to patch that area so that creatures can't crawl up through and get in the house. Also, we got some insect foam that we're going to use on our other areas that are exposed, so that going to keep everything. So we won't run into what we did when we ripped it all out. We are going to get some insulation for this outside wall before we do the drywall. So we're all going to get back together, and the pipes are going to come up through the floor for the sink. It's going to be changed out to the modern, and they're going to relook at this, which is the waistline, and the waistline from the dishwasher has to be hooked up, and the code. This dishwasher only uses code, and there'll be a port for the code coming off the code that goes to the sink. So that's where we are right now. We still got some drywalling to do, and of course, Jane is all excited about doing some tiling. So we do have a what's called a wet saw. So it's going to be a lot of fun teaching her how to tile later.